Hello, Cancer. This is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration. And here at this channel, we help you lead a whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life. And I'm here today for Cancer's Sun, Moon, and Rising, your general November 2020 reading. I started with water signs this month because, well, it's Scorpio season and still, so, for at least half the month. So I thought I'd start with us. So this is Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, November of 2020. We're going to get right into the tarot here. We're going to be using a couple of different oracles and perhaps a couple of different tarot decks, and we'll see how this goes. I recently was gifted from my dear friend Dee at Conscious Evolution Journey, the Spiritual Path Oracle. She uses that. It's her own deck, and it's just fabulous. The Work Your Light, Oracle. And then we will be primarily using, let me just grab the book so you guys can see it. We'll be primarily using, for clarification, the Gateway to the Divine Tarot, I really felt like this was definitely one. We might use the Thelema deck. I'm not quite sure. So we're going to start with the Spiritual Path Oracle. I will tell you for November 2020 for Sun, Moon, and Rising for Cancer, this is such these last couple of months of the year are going to be so evolutionary and revolutionary for us all as a collective. And I'm really was glad that Spirit allowed me to start with water signs because I think that this outpouring of water as we come through Scorpio, Sagittarius, and then Capricorn, to end the fiscal year, to end the calendar year, is critical for us right now. There's a specific place, a specific route, a specific purpose that the water signs need to play as we are, assisting everyone in moving towards that next evolutionary level. And here we are. Quantum physics and the Mandela effect is the first card from this Spiritual Path aura. I would imagine a lot of us Cancers have been feeling, a lot like I have, in that, we're really opening ourselves up to some interesting, and you really want to come, don't you? Interesting and again, evolutionary time as we as the initiators of emotion. So we are the initiators of putting the energy in motion. We are the mothers of the zodiac, right? As that energy, we're the bearers of life, which means we're also the bearers of light. And as such, we're learning new ways of, shall we say, carrying the child to birth, bringing this into fruition, right? And so I would encourage all Cancerians, especially Cancerian suns and Cancerian moons. Rising sign, this is how you're going to show up, right? You're going to be really super, and you're going to find yourself much more interested in quantum physics and the Mandela effect, right? You're going to be very interested in this quantum conversation and this quantum dissertation and understanding how energy operates in the quantum field, because we definitely, the collective needs to understand that. And I do believe we as the mothers of the zodiac need to put this in motion. So don't be surprised if this is kind of the direction you're going to. How do I actually accelerate, right, my energy? How do I make it more efficient and effective as I'm putting these frequencies out into the universe? And pay very close attention. Pay very close attention. I'm going to read what she states about this as well. But pay very close attention to what you're thinking and how you're phrasing your words. Okay? Quantum physics and the Mandela effect. You need to inform yourself about quantum physics. Yep. This is vital to the expansion of your consciousness. You are meant to obtain a deep understanding about the universe. Seek to understand the Mandela effect. So I'm going to put that out there, and perhaps we might do a video on it here. Who knows? Very soon. All right, the next thing I have, oops, I have to get used to where the placement of this camera is. Sorry, guys. Spirit guides. You can see that spirit guides is the next card. We're probably going to pull a total of at least 4 to 5 total oracles. Spirit guides. So as your spirit guides are assisting you in this direction, this one doesn't want to work. Let's go to another one. Yeah, I have all the tools sitting here, right? Listen, it is time for you to listen intently and in totality to your spirit guides. Pay attention to what you're hearing. Now, your spirit guides are going to be able to guide you in a very gentle, yet probably very insistent way towards the study of energy and towards the study of quantum physics, of understanding the Mandela effect, of understanding how your energy operates in order so that you can help others with the same thing. So look for or be very aware of the sensations that come about. If it seems like you're drawn to something interesting and different on YouTube that's less spiritual, more scientific, because quantum physics is a science, but it's the science of energy. And this, in this evolutionary step, as we move into this age of Aquarius, as individuals that are part of a collective, and understanding how we are to operate within that collective, and what our each individual's energy, what it does, and how it interacts with, and how it can change others' energy, right? What you project can change the next person's energetic field. What you allow in changes your energetic field. Listen to your spirit guides. They're going to really be speaking and showing you things. You might not hear them, but I do believe that they will show you signs, and so you gain a greater understanding, right? And then dark night purge. I don't know about any other Cancer right now, but I personally have been purging a lot, to include somewhat people, right? And I don't want you to feel like purging people, it's not a bad thing. It's not like any one individual or group of individuals or whatnot were just like horrifically toxic. That's not it. It is that you have to understand the seasons that in which someone lives in your space and is allowed to be in your energetic space, and understand if this season is, ending, if a new season is beginning, if it's changing, if it's evolving, where someone may have not been a big player, so to speak, in your life before, but now all of a sudden they are. It's very important to understand that. Where also purging limiting beliefs. A lot of times Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising, we have this really weird way of not believing in ourselves, right? We have this really strange way of doubting ourselves, and we get this bad rap for being too emotional. I don't believe it's that we're too emotional. Some of us are. But when we say we're ruled by emotion, to me, that is not a bad thing, as long as you have a mastery of self. What'll happen, though, is these energies and these notions that have been put within us from childhood and adulthood and all of that, these limiting beliefs we've allowed to take root. No shade, right? No shade. We've allowed it to take root. And now it's time to purge that. Now it's time to uproot that, because it's limiting our ability to hear from our spirit guides. It's then limiting us from taking our next step. Not all of you are going to all of a sudden become quantum physicists, okay? But basically what I'm taking from this is we need to have a greater understanding of energy, how it works, and what we're doing and what we're putting out there, and what energies we're putting in motion. We have to have a greater understanding of as a collective, what energies is our spirit and trying to set in motion within us as we move forward into this new age. That does take time, but we also have to understand and be a master of our own energy and not swayed by everything else that we're seeing on the outside. Like, this is the time to super be in tune, right? And recognize what sacred cows needed to be kind of like moved out of the way. Okay, this dark night purge are some deep things that it's time for them to come up out of you so that you can walk in a fullness of who you are. It's all good. Okay, it's all good. I recently had to go through, like, there were some other things that were limiting my ability to come and bring this information to you in a very authentic way. Not that I was being inauthentic, but like to take the next step in my evolutionary process. And I had to deal with that. And that was a real dark, like, ugh. But I had to do it. All right. And if there's certain energies that you just have around you that you're not really wanting to let go of because, like, you've been close to these people or whatever the case is, or you've been close, this has been something you held on to for forever. And it's like, this has really been a part of you, but you know that maybe it's time. Like, that's that dark night purge. We want to hold on. Okay. So we're collectors. We're collectors, and we collect stuff and we collect people because we don't want to let anybody, once you get in close with us, we don't want to like just kick you to the curb. But I'm understanding that you're not actually kicking someone to the curb. You're actually releasing them into their next stage of growth, because sometimes we can overmother. I don't know who that was for. The next card, so the work your light, priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? As we go through this dark night purge, everything that we're going through here right now, all is leading towards us stepping into that high priestess, that maternal space, that spiritual mother space. Some of you, it's really time to step into your spiritual motherhood. It's really time for you to step up into your spiritual motherhood or fatherhood. Okay? It's time. How are you being called, and what area are you being called so that you can step into that and lead? And finally, didn't I just say birthing? Didn't I just say birthing? Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. I literally just said that. I think I can just close up shop. I don't think we need to do anything else. Birthing a new age. Let's look at all of this. In all actuality, quantum physics and the Mandela effect is really all about this next level of energy manifestation, working with energy, alchemy, all of this. This is the next level of comprehension of universal, collective, and then individual energies. Following our spirit guides, listening to their leading as they help walk us through this dark night purge. Anybody that's birthed a child knows good and gosh darn well there's this time period that you're in, during this process, that Lord knows it feels like, it's the darkest of nights. And that's usually prior to the birth, right? Like, going through labor is like, whoa, right? But you got to get through it in order to get to it. You got to get through it in order to birth this beautiful child and this beautiful energy into this world. Are you ready and willing and able to walk into being your priest, into your priestess or priesthood? And because we are integral in birthing this new age. Yes, it's the age of Aquarius, but and I love all y'all, okay? Aquarians, you're the water bearers, but we have to be the water birthers. Good Lord, I was doing this upside down. I don't read reversals. Ace of Cups for the quantum physics. Ace of Cups for, quantum physics and Mandela effect. Faith for spirit guides. Okay, we got to keep the faith. Knight of Swords, that dark night purge. Priestess is the Queen of Cups. Wow, that can't be any clearer. And then birthing a new age is the Ace of Coins. Well, this can't be any clearer. Like, I don't understand how it could be any more clear to you, me, or anybody else. We're not going to have to be here very, very long here to get the concept. Ace of Cups as a clarification for what's coming to us with this quantum physics and the Mandela effect. Listen, this is your new love. This is you understanding a new energy with this Ace of Cups, a new energy, a new love, a new understanding of who you are, a new appreciation for all that you are, a new appreciation for all that the universe is and how it is intertwined and how it is symbiotic, and how the heartbeat, how the beating of the heart is literally the same, right? How the beating of the heart is literally the same. Faith. Have faith. This is the energy that you're bringing into this. I shouldn't probably do this. Bear with me one moment. You got to have the faith that you are hearing from your spirit guides. Trust yourself. Trust your higher self. Trust what you're hearing from above. That's the only way you're going to find your way through this dark night purge. This is the energy we're bringing in. This is what's coming to us. This is what we're bringing. We have the faith to handle this. We have the belief in ourselves. And if you don't, you better get it. You better start working on that sacral chakra. You better start working on your solar plexus chakra as well. Like, have that faith. You can do this. I know you can. You are an integral part of the growth and the evolution of humanity as we move into the next age. And this is going, all of this is what's going to is leading us to this dark night purge. It's time for us to get rid of all those last little inky, right? Those last little beliefs, those last little doubts, those last little I don't really want to come out of the closet because I'm just concerned about what people are going to think about me. You are going to hear with this Knight of Swords many, many messages from your spirit guides. There's going to be guidance. There's going to be signs. There's going to be, oh, I just heard this from somebody. Oh, I just saw this book here. Oh, I just saw this picture here. Oh, I saw these numbers. I need to look up my angel numbers. Some of you guys, when you see any number, it doesn't have to be repetitive. We only look at repetitive numbers, or a lot of us only do. Let me tell you something. There is a depth of wisdom and knowledge in looking up the random numbers. If you randomly, I was waking up at 3:17, like for I don't know how long, like 3:17 a.m. Bam, bam, bam. I finally was like, okay, I'm gonna look up angel number 317, and there was just like this, like, oh, moment, right? Not only that it adds up to 11, but we'll just leave that alone. But do you understand what I'm saying? So as you're going through the purge, be guided. What's going to help you overcome this, and this is becoming the priestess. Tapping into your divine feminine, whether or not you are masculine or feminine, you know, male or female. As you're showing up in the avatar, this is the divine feminine that is the creator. The divine feminine births. Are you stepping up into what you are called to do? Are you finally ready to lead? This is us, the Queen of Cups. Are you finally ready to lead and be the queen, the birther, the queen of emotion and energy? And then the outcome or advice is Ace of Pentacles with the birthing a new age. That means that if we do step up and lead as we are meant to lead, as we are going through and birthing this new age, that is going to come easier, but it's going to come into this fullness. Like we're on that cutting edge of this brand new age. We're on the cutting edge of the new thing. We're on that edge. Okay? We are on the precipice of it. We're the leaders of it. We're the priests and priestesses. We're the priestesses of this. We're the ones that are carrying it in. And are we going to bring and usher this in it with a happiness, a love, a passion, a clear message so that there can be clear manifestation and whole new manifestation, like a wholeness brought to this, of not only just physical abundance, but mental, emotional, and spiritual, that all wrap up together, and we are creating this. This is where we're meant to go. This is what we're meant to do, but we got to do our work, Cancer. We have to listen. We cannot sit here and act as if we're all good or stick our head in the sand and be like, oh, no, 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 I'm fine. No, we can't do that. No, we can't do that. Okay? So that is where we're at for November. Okay? It's time for us to birth, or we're preparing for it, right? So let's make sure we're ready, right? And let's start doing the work so that we can prepare and then prepare the rest of the collective for this new age. Thank you guys so very, very much for being here. I so appreciate it. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. And there's other ways to work with me down in the description box below. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love all of you. Namaste. Bye-bye.